Everybody, and welcome back to Danganronpa Antebellum Lockdown. I hope that the audio was better now. I hope I'm not being drowned out by the fucking game audio. Hopefully. I guess we'll see when I look back at this recording. We have a free time event to do. Let's not fuck it up. Okay, you good? Okay. Why is it shitting itself? Stop shitting yourself. Oh, Shinku, you're back? What, you want more? I mean, kinda messed up you want to do it in Zeke, so? I didn't think you'd be that kind of guy. I'm not! Come on, jeez, I didn't... Aw, don't need to be shy, it's obvious why you're here. All that stuff earlier about caring or thinking I'm not bad, no need to beat around the bush. I know you didn't actually mean any of that shit. I did. Yeah, and I donated to charity. You're impossible. How'd it give him the manuscript to Zika? Did he react well? I gave up in the end. Huh? Why? You threw it away. You threw it out of my hands before I even had the chance to give it to him. Okay, I'm sorry, that's hilarious. Not for me. It means my truth is coming out tomorrow. Oh, come on, it can't be that bad. Stop, it's really embarrassing, isn't it? Oh, I can't wait. I'm gonna have a field day with this one. Hey, it's not... Your silence speaks volumes, babes. This is gonna be great. I should get out of here and save myself the embarrassment. God fucking damn it. I hate it when it shits itself like that. So something meant I couldn't give it to him in the end. I couldn't do that to him. I didn't want to make his day any worse. Huh. Maybe you're not too bad, Shinko. What do you mean? It doesn't matter. Anyway, I finished my dare and got the whole... And I got the whole day to kill. If you're not planning on going through with yours, wanna hang out together instead? Yes. Why is it shitting itself? Why are you shitting yourself? That sounds nice, actually. Sweet! I'm not gonna give you anything extra, though. Sorry to burst that bubble. Yeah, I figured. Last time I talked to Lyra Chattel, sort of felt like that I'd hit a brick wall with her. She seemed very set in what she believed in and how she was going to act. I wasn't certain I could really do anything to change that, no matter how much I tried. But perhaps I'd be able to have some insights into why she was like this. If I could dance around the subject, I might be able to get to it eventually without her typical resistance. Hey, Lyra, I have a question. What? I thought you were just gonna keep sitting there, staring at me while you internally monologue again. Why are you like this? That's... You can't say that, Shinku! Well, fuck me, I could go ahead and ask the same thing if you think it's normal to just go ahead and say it like that. Oh my god. Ah, sorry, that was probably poorly worded. Yeah, you think? Why is it shitting? Why is it doing this? Okay, let me rephrase. You last talked about how you know what it feels like to shape yourself into someone who seems pitiable and how bad that made you feel. Did you really used to do that? What the fuck? Okay, well, that's still a little invasive. Sorry, I guess it just caught me off guard. You're always trying to make yourself seem above this all and a bit larger than life. It was weird to me you'd make yourself seem smaller. Well, back in the day it was easier. When you're a teen and you're not exactly all that intimidating. Like, you can talk a lot of shit, but at the end of the day you will not win 90% of the fights at that age. Yeah, I can imagine. I just hope you didn't get beaten up. Yeah, a few times. But you learn pretty quick what to not say or do. It's a learning curve, really. Learning curve? The way you talk about this stuff makes it sound like... I did it a lot, yeah, we know. Been there. Done that. I had the crime reveal. But when I was younger, first I started out on my own and all that. It was easy. It was the easiest way to get a sense of security. I mean, I looked the part, I was young, hungry, and frail. I just had to bat my eyes and cry a bit, and I'd get taken in. And it wasn't all that bad. Probably really dangerous in retrospect, but I just wanted shelter. I wanted stability. But all the nice families, nice places, I guess I'd feel bad taking advantage of them. And things would be going well, and then they'd go and try to get some bigger authority involved to try to help, and I'd have to dip. Why? Wouldn't those places be able to help? It would be messy, probably some complicated legal thing, if anything was gonna happen, and I didn't want that. But they just dropped me off back to my parents, which I really didn't want. You had parents? Yeah? I mean, how else do you think I was born, dumbass? I guess it's just kind of hard to picture you in a regular family. I just sort of imagine you were tossed in an alley or something. Wow. I'm sorry if they were that bad you felt the need to leave, or if they kicked you out, or... I don't want to talk about it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't really impact me at all, you know? It was all so long ago. Probably just getting on with lives. I don't care. I don't want people thinking there's, like, some big tragic reason I ended up like this. Like this that was out of my control. I did this all to myself. That's all there is to it. The second you start blaming some nebulous childhood trauma you're so convinced I went through, making up stories for me to justify why I did things, you're just taking away from what actually happened. I guess. But it's more of an explanation than Anyway, point is, staying with families was the best. So I'd start crashing on the couches of friends who lived alone, or just whoever I could find who would take me in. But it was usually like, just me and one other person. You know, naturally I'd start dating them. Since it's more understandable, you'll let your girlfriend stay with you than anyone else. But you can imagine also led to a certain level of dependence. I mean, they were just giving me shelter and food. Without them, I'd have nothing. Most people were normal about that, but like, when they weren't, it was a little rough. But that was always up to me picking them wrong. I still don't really get how this relates to making yourself seem smaller. Okay, well, it's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I can look at it now from more of a survivalist point of view. But back then, I think I got real emotionally invested. I was so relieved to finally have some sense of stability. I would do anything not to lose it. I was scared that the second they started... Oh, okay, yeah. Getting bored of me or annoyed of me, that they'd drop me. And I'd have nothing again. So I guess... I did anything I could to make sure they wouldn't drop me. I was willing to destroy myself, do anything they wanted. Twist myself in knots and people please and just break myself down and become the version of me that was perfect for them and them alone. I'd get on my knees and I'd cry. And beg and shit and be all pathetic and vulnerable and promise I'd do better next time. that I'd change and become whatever they wanted. If it just meant they wouldn't leave me. For some reason, like, I'm sure, like, yeah, that was bad. Probably manipulative of me and a lot of pressure on them. But for others, ugh, it was gross. I think some of them enjoyed seeing me like that. Weak, dependent, willing to do anything for them. They liked that. They were all I had. And I was grateful for any affection in return, no matter how sparse, no matter how rare, no matter what strings were attached, because it was confirmation that they wouldn't drop me. I think I even deluded myself at the time into thinking they liked me. The fuck was that? What? Why can't I... Okay, that was fucking weird as shit. And I knew it was the worst when they would leave. When they kicked me out, I knew it was coming. But I'd always start feeling so betrayed and hurt. I'd feel like I was nothing. What was the point of being the person I made myself for them if it wasn't enough? But even then, I was so deep into it, I didn't really know who I was when I wasn't being what I thought others wanted. God, sorry, it makes me nauseous to think about. Lyra. Hey, don't you start looking at me like that now. None of that shit matters anymore. I can look at it now, and now that I'm all wise and old and shit, and see how stupid and dumb I was back then. I know that what they were really after. And once you know that, it all feels better, because you don't have the same level of emotional investment. You aren't searching for something that isn't there. You aren't causing yourself more problems trying to beg for care and love in something that's inherently transactional, wasting your breath on words they won't listen to. God, I must be the daddy issues final boss. Some of them I stayed with because I felt like I had a sense of family with them. God, what was I on? I don't know how you can laugh about this. Because I'm way past it now. I got over it a long time ago. But you just said it made you nauseous. Duh, everyone finds shit they did as a teen embarrassing and stupid. It's just how it is. I was just being dramatic. There's nothing to worry about, sunshine. I haven't done any of that shit in years. Well, that's good to hear about, but still. I promised myself I'd never tear myself apart like that. Again. No way. Not for anyone. I hated feeling as weak and small and dependent as I did when I was that scared teenager begging people not to leave, doing anything I could to avoid abandonment. And well, okay, yeah, maybe I couldn't stop being dependent. Like, I didn't have the money for my own place. But if I could change my perspective, change how I approach these things, approach people, then I could at least get some level of control. If they're gonna view it as transactional, expect me to repay them somehow. Ow. Fuck it. Why shouldn't I see it as the same? Is that what you're doing with Ezekiel right now? Huh? No way, that's different. Me and Zeke, we're equals. But you're still dependent on him. Without him, we wouldn't get fed. Yeah, but it's different, like I said, he doesn't want anything back. He just wants me not to leave. As long as I'm there, as long as we keep being there for each other, he's not going to hold anything else above me. He doesn't want to be alone. Huh. You really are two peas in a pod, aren't you? What's that meant to mean? Nothing, nothing. God, you talk about Zeke a lot. What, you obsessed with him? No, seriously? No way. Oh my god, you totally are. I figured it out. That's why you're talking to me. I'm like female Zeke. I'm enough steps away from him that you don't have to confront what you really want. You can separate it in your head, but still get what you really want. I'm here to talk to you, Lyra. Okay, you don't need to freely admit you're a masochist. Aren't you the one always telling me to have some decency? I'm here because I want to talk to you. Yeah, good one. But keep trying, babes. Maybe next time I'll throw you a bone and play along. Let you feel all warm and fuzzy after fixing me. God, you really are impossible. Talking to Lyra was a bit of a chore, but I wasn't sure why I kept going back. I felt like with everything she was telling me, I should feel pity towards her. It was a lot sadder than she tried to make it sound, but I think if I pitied her, she'd hate me. Still, at least now I understood a little more of how we got to this point. I just wondered if she ever really stopped being that teenager, being scared of everyone, being left. I'm scared of being... Okay, what? Or if she just got better being the one to leave first before she got hurt. Couch crasher. The afternoon came without much fanfare. Most others were busy around the prison doing their various stares. I was still a little upset that I hadn't gotten a chance to get mine. But perhaps it was better to just take the embarrassment of my secret being outed. It wasn't like it was anything bad. Anything that bad. But it was pretty embarrassing. And there was just one person whom I thought might raise a few eyebrows at it, considering she knew Yui. Knock, knock, knock. My thoughts were interrupted by a small knocking at my door. Is everything oh, Shinku, you've got to help me. Please, please, pretty please, with the cherry on top. I'll do anything. Just please help me. Speak of the devil. Ah, Maiko, it's good to see you. Is everything alright? No. What's up? I can't explain. Dare stuff, I'm guessing? She nodded a little bit, looking up at me with her big, dumb, puppy dog eyes. I need you to come with me, okay? I'm sure you'll get it when we're there. Alright, I'll try to help as best as I can, but no promises. Ah, really? Thank you. You're the best, Shinku. You might want to save your thanks until after I've actually done something. I might not be able to help here. Well, even just having you there will help, I'm sure of it. Whatever you say. Why does it keep shitting itself? It's so fucking annoying. I followed Maiko to the canteen. As we went, her apprehension was slowly rising. It was clear to me she was a little embarrassed to ask for help. I just reckoned that if I wasn't going to complete my own dare, I might as well help others complete theirs. But when we entered the canteen, both of us just paused, hearing stifled crying from one of the tables. It's still shitting itself, what? Is he okay? Should we say something? I'm... I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Taco was sitting by the table, holding a cup in his shaking hands, looking down at it and grimacing. Taka, is everything okay? As soon as we said that, Taka turned around to look at us and almost immediately started hysterically crying. No, this is awful. I can't do this. There's no way. Hey, it's okay. What were they trying to... Michael cautiously stepped over to him and seemed to freeze as she saw what was in the cup. Oh. Hey, it's okay. They can't even feel pain, can they? I can't do it. I just can't. It's not worth it. I don't care what you all think of me tomorrow. I can't. Were they trying to make him drink whatever was in that cup? Maybe we could dilute it with something? I approached the cup and picked it up, my eyes growing wide at what was inside of it. A small, alive guppy fish. Jesus! Wait, where did you even find this? In the courtyard pond. When we found the frogs, I started going to watch them and feed them when I needed company. I wanted to keep one in my cell, but I'd be worried about easily destroying it. But my dad this morning, it was... Wait, don't say it, you could get punished. And from this we could put the pieces together well enough without him spelling it out for us. They're making you do something like that? Taka nodded solemnly. But I can't, I just can't, there's no way! It's totally messed up. They're making you do something like that in the first place. That's leagues darker than my first dare. I've only just started making progress with getting the others to like me again. I don't want something to come out about me that'll change that, but... This is totally sick. I can't do this! Jesus, I'm sure people will understand. The truth can't be that bad. It's so pathetic. What's the nicest way to say we've already seen just how pathetic talk can be at this point? Whatever it is, I'm sure there's worse things, I promise you. Taka, my dare is... not my dare, my truth is probably worse than yours. I don't remember what his was, but like... Yeah. Yeah, and Lloyd is holding a morning meeting specifically so we can discuss the truths. I'm sure you can explain then. I just don't want Sugi to hate me. So that was the root of things here. Honestly, I think they'd hate you more if you went through with this dare. It's pretty messed up. I really can't do it. Not a boy. There's no way. I'll just have to bear a little more scrutiny. I should be used to it by now. It's fine. You already named it? I think I'm just going to release him back into the pond. I'll be back in a little bit. Taka solemnly walked out with the cup holding the guppy fish, his hands still shaking. Do you seriously think that they were going to make him swallow it? That's crazy! Please don't tell me yours is anything as serious as that. No, it's nowhere near that level. I don't know why on earth Taka got something like that. It's like the wardens are trying to make things worse for him. Well, maybe. It's probably wrong, but I wonder if they're trying to intentionally provoke him more than the others. What do you mean? Well, think about it. The episodes of anime that got the most views and traction are the ones where characters really go through it, huh? You know? People love watching misery. It makes them feel better about their own lives in comparison. I think for a while, after his corrupt verdict, Taka was like that. He just kept getting kicked down. Probably made for good content. And, you know, he just started to make friends again. Starting to better himself. Even making some first steps with this Asuga again. But that's not what brings in views, is it? I guess since the audience initially decided he was corrupt, the Warrens are doing anything they can to make redeeming himself difficult for him. If he showed more personal growth than those who were voted worthy, it would sort of make their voting system fall apart, wouldn't it? I wonder if they're going to start doing the same sort of thing for me soon. I mean, all of you have been so nice to me since, it almost feels like I'm being protected from my verdict. It makes me scared to try to actually think about things and do better. I think if I do, I'll no longer be half as safe as I am now. Not like it's even worth it to try to do better. I'm always going to be like this. Maiko, if you have that mindset, then... I'm 28, Shinku. If I'm still like this, then I think I'm long past the point of no return. And I have nothing to show about it. Nothing to show for it. Yui doesn't even care about me. I don't have a partner, I have no close friends, I'm not even moved out, and I can't even... Before Maiko could continue on one of her usual spirals, she seemed to be reminded of something, stopping herself. Ah, right, my dear. Maiko directed me towards the kitchen area of the canteen, where various mismatched ingredients had been laid out on the counters. It was a little hard to get these all. I had to ask some help from Alora, but even so I got shocked a few times. At least it seems just for today I can touch the appliances without getting shocked. It's just weird they didn't do the same for the ingredients. She looked back at the ingredients, and then to me. Her eyes wide and desperate. She couldn't say what her dare was out loud for obvious reasons. But her expression and the ingredients made it clear what she was meant to do. You seriously need help with that? Shinku, you promised not to judge! Sorry, I'm just confused. I think I'm missing something here. Is your dare seriously just cooking? Well, that was a stupid question. She couldn't exactly confirm or deny it. But the ashamed look in her eyes as she averted them from me and stared at the ground said everything. I usually just make instant noodles or pop down and get myself something from the konbini. It's easier, and besides, I don't really know how. My mom never really did it herself, and as I got older, it felt embarrassing to ask, since I felt like it was something I should just know how to do. And now it's just embarrassing to admit. What sort of a failure if an adult can't even... She trailed off for a moment before looking back at me, grabbing my hands. The point is, please help me. I don't want to accidentally burn everything down or... Hey, I'm sure you won't. You cooked with Asuga and Takiko before, no? You did that just fine. I don't see how this should be any different. Well, they did most of the work, if I'm being honest. I was only really there just because I like being around them, so I wasn't really trusted to do a lot of work. Taki had so much experience cooking for his sister, and Sugi cooked for their troupe. Yeah, they were the experts. I kind of just felt like I was there for moral support. I see. Well, hey, it's never too late to learn a new skill, is it? If I'm being honest, I'm really not the greatest cook myself. My father did most of the cooking for me, even as an adult. So, we can learn together, alright? Really? Are you sure? Completely and absolutely? Yeah, no promises it'll be good, though. This is kind of like the blind leading the blind. Well, I don't mind. It's a lot less scary when someone else is learning with you. Besides, it makes me feel better to know other adults don't have all this stuff entirely figured out either. It would probably still be for the best if we got someone who knew what they were doing to help, though. Did someone call for an expert? A voice echoed throughout the canteen as Taka slammed open both of the double doors. Returning from the courtyard, having overheard at least the tail end of our conversation. He seemed to be doing a lot better after he released the fish. It was like a weight had been lifted from his shoulders. He still seemed anxious, but I was just certain that some kind of distraction would probably do him good right now. Wait, Taka, do you know how to... Why, of course, I've hosted plenty of cooking shows. I'm practically as short as Gordon Ramsay with better hair. Sure. Taka's treacherous theme. I didn't realize that was the name of the song. Hell yeah, Taka. If you're looking for help, then I'm your guy. I'll make sure we can make the most scrumdiddlyumptious snack together. That's a promise. Really? You don't have to help? I really don't want to be a bother. Nonsense! If my reputation is going down the drain again tomorrow anyway, I might as well help pull someone else out of the gutter and prove that I'm serious about wanting to do better. Well, if you insist. I'm just surprised you know how to do this. Let's begin. There's no time like the present. Taka hopped over the counter and joined us, seemingly overjoyed to be able to help people for once. He had a dumb smile on his face as he perused the ingredients Michael had laid out, deliberating in his mind what could be made for them before he clicked his fingers.
Aha! I've got it! Places, everyone!
Huh? Okay.
Let me do something real quick. Sorry. Taka got us all into position and cleared his throat, getting ready to instruct us.
Today, my friends, we are going to be making a humble bowl of spaghetti! This one's a classic!
Ooh, I don't have a lot of Italian food. Where do we start?
To start, Shinky Poo will be on the onions chip shop.
How do you want me to cut them?
Any way you like them, Onion Boy. Just start shopping.
Onion boy.
Do we also need some garlic?
Yes, that's garlic. I was getting to that. You do the garlic as well. Yes, yes.
What should I do?
You, my dear, have an incredibly important job. Boil the water. Now, boiling the water may seem simple at a first glance, but don't underestimate it. In order to boil the water, you need to learn how to turn on the stove. It may seem easy, but it took me weeks to master it. All those knobs and settings can be intimidating at first. I would do it myself, but, I don't want to get shocked. I'm sure you don't either. If you're too scared, you can just ask Shinky.
Oh, I can do that easy.
What?
Click. That was simple. Whew. It's nice not getting shocked for once.
It appears you do have some mastery over the stove, but don't get cocky.
So I just put the pasta in the water. Kind of like how you make instant ramen?
Precisely! How perceptive of you! Now, Onion Boy, how are the onions going?
They are chopped, but pretty uneven.
Don't you worry, they're not the only chopped things in this room.
He seemed to take a pause, as if he was waiting for a laugh track or something. He ended up just standing there until things got awkward.
Anyway, now those are chopped. Let's toss them in the pan.
Talk her through my onions and garlic in the pan of boiling water.
Is that right?
Why, of course. You need to cook them, no?
Don't they usually go in the sauce?
It's for tenderizing them. Yes, we're boiling the onions and garlic to tenderize them.
Oh, I see. Smart. They also season the pasta in the process like this, don't they? That's pretty genius, actually.
Ah, yes. To be a good cook, you do need to be a little unconventional. Think outside the box.
Sure.
I was really starting to doubt Taka's cooking expertise, but who was I to say anything? Undertale! Undyne Undertale.
For the rest of the sauce, smash some tomatoes, you two.
With our hands?
Yes, let out your anger. Smash them with your fists. Think about something that just enrages you. And pulverize them. The passion will make the sauce taste spicier.
Right.
I started crushing the tomatoes with my fists, but was swiftly interrupted.
No, not like that. Not at all. You need to say what makes you angry as you crush them. Otherwise,
Oh my God.
it won't work.
I really don't think that.
Unfinished fix!
Before I could finish my sentence, Michael was already passionately yelling as she smashed the tomatoes.
Yes, just like that.
Yuri being overshadowed by Yaoi!
So real!
Non-mirror RP literacy!
What does that mean?
Early casting!
More.
Teachers who treated me different because I was mixed! Being seen as too ugly for TV!
Before I knew it, there was tomato juice all over the kitchen walls.
Whew! That was cathartic!
Shiku, you try.
People advertising their books with ship dynamics?
Oh, good one! I hate that!
I need more passion, more anger. Let it all out.
People misinterpreting my characters.
More.
Ezekiel.
More.
Ezekiel blaming me for Mid's murder just because I'm grieving both him and Jakul. Him removing my agency as a person and thinking I'm just someone Drags around. Him acting like he's the only one who's allowed to be affected by what happened.
Ah. Before I knew it, my hands were stained with the red, sticky tomato juice I hadn't expected that to come out.
Whoa! Shinku, do you need to talk?
Oh, that's a bit deeper than I.
Sorry about that.
Should we take a quick pause to?
No, we're good. Let's move on to the next step.
Right! I think the pasta should be done. This should be our final step.
Yippee.
I hate this part. Let me handle this.
Paco rolled up his sleeves and... Are you stupid? Plunge his hand directly into the boiling, bubbling water to grab the pasta directly out in one big handful.
Oh my gosh, what are you doing? Stop!
Taka, Jesus, stop!
Don't worry, guys. I got it.
He dumped the pasta into the plate, a dumb grin on his face despite the tears in his eyes.
Your hand! Oh my gosh! Come here!
Maiko grabbed Taka's hand and ran it under cold water as quickly as he could, clearly panicking.
Don't you worry, it's just a regular part of cooking. You can't make a good dish without a healthy side portion of meat. A nicely cooked pasta is worth it. Although I wish there was an easier way to do it.
There is an easier way to do it, Taka. You're just stupid.
You could use a strainer to separate the pasta from the boiling water?
Taka's eyes seem to twitch a little bit.
How did I never think of that?
Because you're fucking stupid.
Taka, I don't want to be rude or doubt you or anything here, but do you actually know how to cook?
I just thought I could probably figure it out. I have hosted a bunch of cooking shows, and that's basically the same thing as cooking myself.
Taka.
And I was right. Our spaghetti is finished. Bon appetit!
Scrape the crushed up tomatoes on top of the slightly undercooked garlicky and oniony pasta. In Taka's defense, it almost looked like real spaghetti. If spaghetti didn't have meatballs, or seasoning, or if you didn't really know what spaghetti was. Isn't that what counts? Well, we did make something edible at the very least. I'd see that as a win. Right. Who wants the honors of trying it first? We all fell silent. But slowly both Maiko and Taka's eyes gravitated towards me. No, no thank you, I think. Taka should have the honors. It was his recipe after all. Well, it was our first time making spaghetti, so really, it should be you. Hey, it was also Maiko's, why should I have to eat it? I can be your reward for helping me. Reward? Don't be rude about it, Chinku. This is practically our child. Before I could protest any further, Maiko loaded up a small forkful of the spaghetti and held it up to her mouth, up to my mouth. Say, Shinku. No way I'm doing that. No way, I'm not doing it. I'm not first. Here comes the airplane. It's gonna crash if I have any say in it. Oh, come on, Shinku. Please. For me? When she looked at me with those stupid eyes, I couldn't say no. Okay, fine. I winced and closed my eyes as the spaghetti was forked into my mouth. I took a dreaded bite and... Hey, it's not half bad, honestly. Oh, really? Yeah, it's a little undercooked, but the tomatoes taste really fresh. Boiling the onions and garlic with the pasta also gives it a subtle but pretty nice flavor, pretty nice taste. Wait, are you serious? Let me have a taste. She took the fork out of my hands and scooped up some for herself. As she took a bite, her eyes lit up a little. Kai! Hi! Hi! My sister needs fucking hearing aids. Well, we that. We managed to cook something together. She let out a squeak of delight as she handed the dish to Taka. You have to try. You're not mad at me for lying. Don't worry about that. Just have a taste. Taka took a small bite and then like a hungry puppy started taking another and another, eating as much as he could. I suppose he probably gave his breakfast this morning to whoever had been guarding food that night prior, so he was likely hungry. This is really good! I expected it to only be half edible, but this is more like 3/4 edible. I never thought I could make something like this. It's kind of funny how out of everyone in the prison we ended up in the 3 who don't know how to cook trying to make something together. Oh, I'm certain there's more than 3 of us. Really? Think about it. Most Odamans get their talents pretty early in life. Those all are at least made to focus on it and nothing else for most of the teenage and young adult years. Typically, you don't have the time to cook. Usually work or other priorities take over. I never had the time. And even if I did, I never saw much of reason to bother. I always hired people to cook for me. Huh, I guess you're right. It's kind of crazy how we're meant to be seen as beacons of hope and inspiration, but most of us are so focused on our talents, we don't even really learn how to take care of ourselves. It was only really when I saw how hard Sugi worked to cook for the troop that I even considered learning. The food was always way better than whatever my cooks made me. Oh, Sugi makes the best miso soup ever. It's so salty, it's just the best. I tried to get my cooks to make it, but they're always complaining about how too much salt will kill me and me. And when I was complaining about it to Lori, she agreed. Can you believe it? I think everyone's just concerned for your health, Taka. They're not doing it to spite you. Oh, I know. That's why I'm so shocked Lori agreed. It makes me really happy, honestly. Huh? Well, having too much salt only really affects you when you're way older. It's a long-term health issue. Having her worry about things like that, it reminds me that she does genuinely believe we have a future in the long term. That we aren't just going to die here. So it's worth taking care of ourselves. Not to mention, it's nice to be reminded how much she really does care about all of us. But our lives after this is all over. And it is going to be over. She really genuinely believes that? Of course, you should believe in it too. Trust me, I'm an inside source. I can't say much, but her plans are going just swimmingly. I fully believe she'll find a way out soon. So that's why it's worth keeping out on that salty miso soup, even if it is delicious. It's why it's worth learning to cook. It's worth taking care of ourselves. When you make a grand re-entrance in the world, things are going to be different. They may not be great, but you'll find a way to navigate things. For example, I'm definitely not going to find a chef willing to work for me after my crime reveal. But that's okay. I can learn to cook. I'll cook things just as tasty as Sugi's salty miso soup, things that are good for me. So even if things are hard when we get out, I'll have a long life left to figure it out. And I want to live a long life to live it better than I have so far. I'm sure you two can relate, can't you? So don't give up, alright? Michael's gaze lingered on Taka, hesitating for a bit, something shifting in her. How can you be so optimistic when we've all been so cruel to you? You didn't get any special treatment after your verdict like I did, but still, despite being kicked down so much, you just always seem to get up. Well, I knew someone who would do the same, and I admire them quite a bit. And I think I've always admired them because they were everything I was, but not always what I wanted to be. But there really wasn't anything stopping me from being like them, was there? I was just scared to leave my status quo, scared to leave what I've always known. I want to be the kind of person they're proud of, someone worthy of being cared about despite all the wrong I've done. And you can't do that if you just ignore all the wrong, even if it is way easier to brush it all under the rug and move on. So even if it's scary, I know things need to change, and I'm lucky Lori has given me that space. And you've been given that space as well, alright? So don't just throw it away. No. That won't do anyone any good. But you're young, Taka. I'm just scared. I don't want to think about it. I know I did wrong. I know I don't even know where to start. Every time I think about how much you hates me, just fuck. I don't I don't know what to think about it. Hey, Michael, please take your time. Ah, sorry, did I go too far? I know Lori set up the policy we're not meant to talk about her crime, but I'm sorry, Hey, deep breaths in, deep breaths out. Can we just go up to my cell? I think I need a bit. Of course, let me help you there. Ah, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. It's fine, Taka. Let's just get her to her cell, okay? Right. Molly, avoiding accountability. Do I want to stop here? I don't think I want to stop here. But it's like pretty late into it. Hold on. Why isn't this loading? What the fuck? Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to stop here. Damn. Okay, well, guess I'll see you all next time. Bye bye!